It was supposed to be an ordinary cargo flight, but the skies had other plans. The UPS cargo plane lifted off, and seconds later, tragedy struck. Another crash, more headlines, more questions, and suddenly, it feels like every few weeks, there's another story. Another wreckage, another set of lives lost in the sky. So what's happening? Are airplanes becoming more dangerous? Or is the world's most trusted mode of transport facing a hidden crisis we've been ignoring? In this video, we'll uncover why plane crashes seem to be rising, what's really behind these disasters, and what the numbers reveal about our safety in the skies today. According to official data from the International Civil Aviation Organization, the year 2024 saw 95 airplane accidents worldwide, a major jump from just 66 the year before. And out of those, 10 were fatal, claiming nearly 300 lives. To put that into perspective, that's more than 4 times the number of deaths compared to 2023. The global accident rate has climbed to 2.56 accidents per million flights. It might sound small, but in an industry that runs over 100,000 flights every day, even a slight rise can mean tragedy for hundreds of families. And 2025? It's already continuing that worrying pattern. Why it feels like crashes are everywhere. Part of what's happening is simple. The skies are busier than ever. Airlines have rebounded hard after the pandemic. Flights are full, schedules are tight, and maintenance teams are under more pressure than before. Older aircraft are being flown longer. Budget airlines are expanding into regions with fewer safety regulations. And climate change, yes, even that, is creating more turbulence, stronger crosswinds, and unpredictable storms. Then there's us, the internet generation. Every crash, every emergency landing, every plume of smoke, it's recorded, uploaded, and replayed across millions of screens. Crashes may not actually be more common statistically, but they've become impossible to ignore. The recent disasters that shocked the world. In early 2024, Northwestern Air Flight 738 in Canada went down right after takeoff. 6 of 7 on board didn't make it. Just months later, Saurya Airlines Flight FER in Nepal crashed after takeoff. Investigators say due to improper weight balance, 18 lives lost. Then came the Jeju Air tragedy in South Korea. A bird strike, a failed belly landing, 179 out of 181 passengers gone in moments. Each of these accidents had different causes, but one thing in common. They remind us how thin the line between control and catastrophe can be. A survivor's perspective. One of the most haunting stories came from India. A domestic flight skidded off the runway and broke apart. Amid smoke and chaos, a single passenger crawled out, bloodied but alive. When he spoke later, his words were chilling. It felt like the world had ended inside that plane. You never think you'll be the one to survive, until you do. He said the silence after the crash was worse than the noise before it. Moments earlier, it was just another flight. Then, everything changed in seconds. For survivors, the trauma doesn't end when they leave the wreckage. It lingers, in flashbacks, in sleepless nights, in the sound of an engine starting up again. What's really causing the rise? So what's truly driving this pattern? Experts point to 5 major reasons: pilot fatigue and human error. Long hours, stress, and autopilot dependency can blur reaction times. Aging aircraft and budget maintenance. Not every carrier follows the same strict global standards. Weather and environmental instability. Crosswinds, lightning, volcanic ash. The skies are changing faster than the industry can adapt. Overcrowded skies. With more planes than ever, mid-air spacing and runway coordination are under immense strain. And finally, pressure. Airlines cutting corners to stay profitable, pushing schedules to the limit. Each one alone might not crash a plane, but when they stack up, tragedy follows. Are we still safe in the sky? Here's the truth. Statistically, flying remains the safest way to travel on Earth. You'd have to fly every day for 22,000 years before likely being in a fatal crash. That's how safe aviation really is. But the fact that we're even seeing an upward trend, Even a small one is a warning sign. Safety isn't a static achievement. It's a system that must be protected, inspected, and constantly improved. Because one overlooked bolt, one mistimed decision, one ignored weather warning can change hundreds of lives forever. So the next time you board a plane, remember this. Flying is safe, but it's not infallible. The numbers remind us not to panic, but not to be complacent either. Every safety measure, every checklist, every alert light exists because somewhere, someone paid the price for its absence. Let's honor those lives by learning from the skies they never made it home from. If you found this video thought-provoking, hit subscribe for more real-world stories, mysteries, and deep dives, right here on Think Fizz. Stay curious, stay safe, and look up. The sky still belongs to hope.